Okay, so folks, if you just want to come a bit closer, let me just show you what we're going to do. So we're doing out of possession, 12 to 16, so you've got potentially a little bit younger. First of all, we're going to go on to a constant practice just to show you what it is. I know it's a few years for some of you, but just a constant practice just to show you what it would look like, but we'll really zoom through that. So I want to get into a variable practice and then more often into a random type practice. So we've gone all three sections, if you like, with the same thing. We okay with that? Yeah, cool, okay. So this is how it's going to work. Goalkeeper in that end, obviously. Oh, back here. Goalkeeper in the other end for me. And then red can go that end, no problem with that. Can I have a red in this square, a red in the opposite square? Can I have two reds in here and a red down towards that end? And vice versa, blue in the bottom, two blues in the middle and a blue at the top end. If you can organise yourselves, then I'll come and just put you into maybe slightly better positions. Yeah, please. So that's it. So if you just to begin with, are you staying right side at the back? Can you just use those two boxes there? That's it. That one and that one. Perfect. You come into here for me because we're just going to start a little bit deeper. You're going to use these two boxes to begin with. Fantastic. Okay. My centre forward. Fine. You're there. Just anywhere near. It's no problem. It's cool. So if you want to tie up with him, that's perfect. If you want to tie up with him, that's perfect. Okay, so this is how the practice will start. As I say, it's a constant practice to begin with, just to show you some bits and pieces. And we're doing compactness and pressing are the two things. Compactness more than pressing, but we're just going to take it into that. So first of all, you're going to roll the ball into my right back for us, please, Raf. Fantastic. You're going to make overtures to get into there for me. Fantastic. You're going to just squeeze into there. You're just going to come across. You're going to come into here. And you're just going to come off then with me. Thank you. That will cut itself, don't worry about that grass. If you just come into here, perfect. Okay, so we're just favouring this side. We can leave that far side almost empty. So if the ball comes on this side, that far side can stay empty. If the ball goes that way, that far side can stay empty. Okay, we cool with that? Excellent. So can we give it back to the keeper for me, please? Brilliant. So we just start with you, Raf. Just right into the right back all the time. Hold on, give it back to him for me. Let's get the start position. And away you go. Fantastic. Can we just make that movement? Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, a couple of passes and back to the keeper. And hold it there. Brilliant. So the idea is as the ball travels, we start to move. I'm not going to put too much pressure on you, but what's your name? Carl. I almost called you the first thing there, Carl. I'm not going to put too much pressure on you, mate. Okay, but you're going to make the movement there. He's your man. Go as tight as you want on him. Okay, so if he drifts into here, come with him. Can you step into that a little bit for me? Is that okay? Right, perfect. Ready, let's play again. In we come. Good. Tight as you want, good. And hold there, that's perfect, lovely. Just in that first shape. Back to the keeper. One more time, then we'll go the other way. I said I'm going to go through this, hold on, Raf. Going to go through this very quickly just to get us in the mindset of where we're going in the scheme of things. Okay, Dave, any chance you can just tie up a little bit more with him when he makes that movement, please? Yeah, just a little bit tight with him. Let's play. Yes, Raf. Good. Nice and compact, lovely. Good. Just drift across, good. And time, hold it there, fantastic. Back to the keeper, we can go one side, just back to this side now, do the opposite side. Cole, just get there as you can, mate, just nice easy jog, don't put yourself out. Just like you're doing, kid, well done. Okay, we're going to go that side, we're just going to fade across again, okay? So this time, you look to go, you can come out here to help him over there. You're going to tie up here, you're going to tie up with him, okay, and you're just going to have a little wanker in here. We're all right with that? Okay, come back this side because the ball's in the middle. We don't know where it's going yet, do we? Okay, away you go then, Raf, please. Thank you. Let's go. Good, tighten in, good. Perfect. And ball's there, back to the keeper. One last time. From that end, hold on. Reshape up. I'm just whizzing it through it. Just get you some ideas. This isn't the practice really, I just want to put some groundwork in. To the left back again, let's play. Out we go. Who's up? Good. That's fine. Good. Well done. And time. Perfect. Okay, ball back to the keeper. Okay, so if you just come in together a second, just come in together. Just in we come. Rafi can come up as well. Okay. So all I've done is very quickly walk you through this. This might be a whole session if you're with the younger kids. but obviously we know what we're talking about in terms of that. So when the ball goes out that side, want everybody into those sort of areas to press, to go tight in midfield, for the far wide man, if you like, to come into the centre of the pitch, for the far defender just to come across and help with the centre forward that's in there, just squeezing in there. Likewise, when it goes that side, okay, they're the two we're going to look at. We're now going on to more variable type practice. So when Raf gets it, he can go right, he can go left, and he might even now throw into your front man. Don't want the midfield getting it yet, okay? So it's right back, left back, front man. Let's see how we react to that. Front man, you can move across the pitch. You don't have to be in the centre. You can might go out there on the right side or left side. We okay with that? Cool. We okay, everyone? So let's just see how we build that up. Let's see if we just take onto the ball what we just said earlier on about leaving the farthest area. Let's play. Well done. And hold there. Well done, Dave. If you go a little bit closer, a little bit earlier, you stop him playing around that corner. Yeah, I appreciate you might be a little bit quicker than you, so you might need to start a little bit closer. Ready? Let's play, Ref. No, we're playing that in. We're playing that in. We'll always play that one to begin with, just in terms of variable one. Random will come from you. Let's play. What side? Every side you want? A little bit tight. Well done, Dave. Well done. Well done. Oh. Chance to go one up. And play again then. Here we go. We're playing again. Don't tune off. Well done. Well done. Carry on. Carry on. And ball's dead a second. Okay. Just in terms of affecting the left back, if Cole's out of the way, which he was a little bit, what might you do, Ben? Okay, Ben presses the ball. What are you going to do? Fantastic. And then what might you do? Brilliant. So it starts with the nearest man just pressing a little bit, doesn't it? And then we can react around it. And then Cole, you haven't got to retract in there. You can come into here, can't you? Almost like a number 10. Don't ask you to sprint. Just the walk that you're doing is fine. Is that okay? Can we let that happen for me? Stay out there, Cole. Let him come down that line a little bit, and Ben can walk onto it. And play. Let's go. Good. There we go. Lovely. Nice and compact. Lovely. Good. Good. Could have been offside, but let it go. Offside, we think we'll give you that. Ball last time with you, Raf. Can you knock a ball down there for me, please, Jack? Thank you. Last ball, then we get on to the last practice, which is a random practice. Let's play. Good. Good decision, Ben. And ball's dead. Well done. Okay, so just come together again then. Okay. I'm not going to rotate for the Reds to have a go at the pressing. Folks, just come in. I'm not going to rotate to let the Reds have a go at pressing. We'll just keep it as the Blues because of the time constraints. Obviously, you would necessarily change it around. You're right up there. Do you want to have a little rest? You're going to keep going? Because I love that attitude for me. Thank you. Okay, so this time it's going to be a full-on game, and as much as Raf, you'll start with it. Okay, if we win it, intercept it, make a tackle, whatever it is, we go and attack as well. If it goes off to you, Jack, you play. If it goes off the throw, we will go back to that start position though. Is that okay? Let me control the start though, Raf. Yeah, if it goes off the throw, let me control that start. I want to get a little bit of shape, although I might shout play straight away. Is that okay? Okay, so back to our starting shape then. You don't have to stay in your positions now. So fullbacks, if you want to come out those zones, midfield if you want to go out those zones, front man if you want to drop back in as a number 10 rather than being number 9, yeah. Yeah, you stay there. Try and keep the general same shape. So you're still a defender. You're still midfield, Ben. You're still midfield for me, Dave. Okay, but there's random. You can go where you want now. Okay, let's play. There we go. Carry on. And just keep it still a minute, Raf. Can I just say, well done the Reds, although we haven't worked with you, when the ball travelled from this side to that side with the Blues, I don't know what your name is at the back, did really well. We squeezed over and left that outside channel free because we needed to be in here and compact. And likewise, when it came this way, we squeezed across again. So well done, Reds, on that. Excellent. Let's play them. Dave, where might you be now that ball's being broken down? Great recovery. Offside given. Just keep the ball still once you've changed it. Dave, just as that we was attacking there, I was a little bit short here. Can you get across just to support? And you can always come back out if you need to. Let's play, Jack, from you. Last couple of minutes. Good finish. Can't do much about that. Maybe get a little bit closer, but well done. Good finish. Play for you, Jack. Last 2 balls. We're 1-0 down, folks. Blues, we're 1-0 down. We're still 1-0 down. And time. In we come just a second. I think the Blues are struggling a little bit of fitness and age, maybe. I don't know. But all of a sudden, there's a couple you just went missing towards the end there, maybe. Not pointing any fingers, but you two. Okay, in we come. Yeah, thanks. Didn't quite work. Okay. All right, so just in terms of the sessions, let me come out of the sun. Just in terms of the session itself, you see how the first one was a constant practice? As much as that, the ball went there, I went that, we went that, we went that. Ball came the other side, we went. We didn't do the one at the front man, but I was going to do that, we just speed it up. Then it was more a variable where it could go into there or front. So it's still the same start position. And then at the end, it was more random, it could go anywhere, we could then win it, then we're out of shape, they might dribble past you, etc., etc. So the whole process was just to try and get you to go and be compact on the side of the ball. Obviously, when it's in the centre, you're struggling, where's that? But when it goes right or goes left, get nice and compact. You okay with that? Any questions on that? Anything you want to ask as a group? Yes.
That way as well.
Yeah. Right, okay. I'm glad you said that because I completely forgot I've got an offside line. Okay, you see where I put the reds? Okay, that was going to be my offside line. So at the end there where we're struggling, we got a little bit strung out. Okay, the Blues, if you step up here and they go into there, that's the offside. You'll be offside from that sort of line. As it so happened, we did get one in this position. But the idea was to have that as an offside line for the Reds going that way and the Blues going that way. Didn't really need them because we didn't really get into that sort of position where it was getting too stretched. Nobody went and stood in front of the goalkeeper, for instance. But the idea is you possibly would have an offside line just to keep us a little bit more compact, both up the pitch and across the pitch. So it keeps into 2/3 and maybe 2/3 upwards. Good question, thank you. Anybody else? Fantastic. Should we wander over to here, see if there's anybody else got any questions over here? Thank you, mate.
Ladies and gents, quick call, round of applause, thank you. Come a bit closer and chat about it. Is that all right?
Everybody's in the shade, you might need to come forward.
What were the views watching that? What things were you thinking?
Wow. It was either very good or very bad.
Not enough decision making
Okay, when?
in the majority of it.
Okay.
If I'm looking at new way of thinking,
Yeah.
so I'd like the players to be making similar things but more decisions in that game.
Okay.
And then perhaps questioning around the decisions they've made.
Yeah.
Possibly.
What, rather than tell them where to go,
Yes.
play the game and ask them where you should be. Where do you think you should be? Something
Perhaps
like that.
play the game and then go, okay, so after 2-3 minutes stop it and then go, okay, so how do you think it's been going? What do you think it's been going well? Why do you think it's been going well? How can we make it better?
Cool.
I think depth. So I think chopping left to right worked really well. It was how high up to go with a few people who weren't sure. I think possibly the next phase will then be
Yeah.
dropping.
Yeah, I was trying to get everything in. I possibly wouldn't have done the constant one to begin with. It's a little bit too basic for us at this level. And I was also conscious we discussed actually making the pitch smaller because of the fitness level. We should have made it maybe bigger to get that movement, up and down movement. There wasn't a lot of that to show, to be fair. But we could have shown that, I think, at some stage.
No, it was quite the opposite. I mean, certainly not criticism, but that was quite a B licence type session, as opposed to a level 2. See what I mean? And I think the players would have gone into the positions without you sort of saying, well, you get there. I think they would have done that anyway. And of course, obviously, the playing time, the ball rolling time is dramatically cut by that.
What would you say? You said sort of that was more B licence than level 2. How would you distinguish what one is and what one isn't?
More challenge.
And more tactical sort of stuff.
Well, too much or not enough?
Maybe a little bit too much.
Well, maybe a little bit too much, but again, as I said, it's not a criticism. You coach
So too much info. Yeah.
I wouldn't think necessarily pigeonhole it as a level 3 or a level 2. I think it's more around coach behaviours and some of the philosophies that so he was using different in terms of the coaching fundamentals. He was using different ones, which that's maybe where it came from. But there was ways of getting that technical knowledge out in a different way, not necessarily in a command style.
Just so did the players have ownership at all?
I had ownership at one point.
Yeah, I asked him,
and said, if you think it's right to go and press, go and press. And I suppose that's the challenge in my mind, is that in the first practice I was told, so I didn't do anything unless he told me to.
Yeah.
But then later on he freed me up and said you can make a decision so that you can then decide. And I don't know that that's good or bad. It might be with your players where you're teaching them something new or where they're learning something new that you want absolute. This is what you do when the ball is there, this is what you do when the ball is there. And then when they've got a bit of understanding, you might... It's almost like guided discovery. Saying guided discovery, it's difficult to discover something if you don't really know what you're looking for. So a little bit of information, and that's that balance. I think that thing about this is level 2, this is B licence. It's just coaching, and also there's the element there that I don't think we should be ashamed of showing that more constant practice, more coach-centred stuff. There's a place for it. I think it's just that balance that if we do more of that, the message to the coaches will probably be, that's what I've got to do after Paul's done it.
I think sometimes you get obsessed with what you're looking at and don't look at what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there was times you were doing a lot of learner-centered stuff individually. I think when you look at it, looked like the framework for UEFA B, so it blinds us.
Yeah.
Even in the UEFA B framework, whatever the framework is, you can actually what you said, differentiate dimensions.
Yeah.
And provide them different. The 70-30 thing I'd like to ask about.
Yeah.
How does that work for?
In what sense? How does it work?
Is it a theory? Is it a reality? 70-30 could this work anyway, couldn't it?
Go on.
Well, we've been told about 50% theory, 50% practice.
Yeah.
So even when with a 50% practice, there's a percentage breakdown, whatever that means. So it's up to you to apply to the learners. So the 70-30 is the equation, that's the concept.
The ball rolling. Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose there's a few things in there. The first one is 70% never had any scientific backing behind it because we've asked that question. The idea that we probably want the players playing more, and that if you're a coach that's only got the players for an hour a week, if they stood around for half of that time, that might not be helping them. So ultimately,
previously years ago, the coaching sessions, the percentage was very low.
yeah.
So I think it came from that, didn't it? It was like less than 50 in some cases.
Yeah, and I suppose the next bit is, if you look at a 90-minute game, the ball's in play, depending upon the game, the competition, etc., they say between 45 and 55 minutes. You're looking at, I think it's about 50 to 65%. The 70% is above that. I think the other question to say is if you get 70% ball rolling, but the practice doesn't look anything like the game, is that better than 60% ball rolling where it looks like the game? If it's a hot day like today, you might go tactically going for 50%, and these are the reasons why. I think that's probably attracted more attention than most of the other fundamentals just because it's got a statistic against it and people are like, that was 65%, you're a bad person. As opposed to just rationalise, if I do this type of approach, I might only get 40% ball rolling, but tomorrow I might get 90%, and then that might start to even itself.
Can I just interrupt on that? I think that was a consideration. I know Cole was an example. If I'd have got the ball moving more, he'd have been doing more doggies and running shuttles left, right and centre. He'd have been blown out his backside after 10 minutes. So I was conscious of the fact that we needed to have a little bit of downtime a little bit of resetting and restructuring it. But again, we discussed it. We're talking about 12-year-olds here. We're adults. We're talking about 12-year-olds and the fundamentals of understanding where you go as a team. So therefore, that's why we took it right back to the first practice, because that's what you do. I think you do with those sort of ages. So there's reasoning behind what we did those, yeah.
And the 12 to 16 bit is you could have 12-year-olds that are there because they want to be with their mates. Hence you might go for 70-80% ball rolling. You could have 16-year-olds that are there to get better, that are intentional players. So you might go in and do a bit more.
Yeah.
And we're going to have different coaches come on the course. You might need us to demonstrate different approaches that will reflect their environment. So, go on then.
That's like the player that broke it down. That I felt like, and I'm just thinking from a kid's point of view, that I didn't get success, but also if you're thinking then as a coach, differentiation of the other players, they weren't getting as much success. So maybe that constant bit might have worked for me and a couple of others, and you could have brought me out to the side and done it, or even had two balls going, so they were playing a match. I was in the middle receiving it, playing someone else, and we were playing like a 2v1. So then there was more randomness and.
Yeah, it depends how you want. Yeah. I think when you're doing a defending one, which it was obviously not an attacking one, I think if you're doing defending, you need to work as a group, because that's what it was, group work. It wasn't individual work. You can't be compact by yourself. Therefore, if you're pressing, what's your support like? We didn't go on to angles, distances, times. We didn't look at any of that because I was just trying to get the session to show you what it would do. But you would then start to look at people where they would approach things, how tight they'll go. I know I said to Dave a few times, can you get a little bit tighter? Only to encourage him to go and stop that out ball, if you like. But generally, from what you're saying there, I think you have to look at the session as it was.
Yeah,
and
it just depends on the kid. If the kid can't get that pressing bit, or one kid working on defending,
exactly.
They can't receive it to play out.
Well, and we did, didn't we? So exactly. And I think going back to your video you showed of your man, it's about the individuals and about the team you're working with. And here, it was fine. It wasn't an issue. People were pressing, people were getting in the right place, etc., etc. So I was quite happy with it, to be honest.
100%. We certainly don't want the message to be, don't do constant practice, don't use command. Because at a moment in time you might need those. Just be careful about the coach that's in front of you, the type of kids that they've got. If you're getting a coach that works with an under-8 grassroots team and keeps stopping it and giving them information, that might not be what they're there for. Very good, thank you.
All right, thank you.